name is Philo Bacon, you're a rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So this is the second in our 48-part series. When you say 48-part series, it sounds kind of daunting, but I'm trying to make them quicker videos. 48-part series, the 48 ways to wisdom. These are 48 ways in which you can acquire greatness. And listen, I'm going through them myself. I've been through them many times before, but it's always good to do a refresher. I haven't actually looked at this stuff for a few years, so it's actually good. It's reminding me about a bunch of things. But most of these things you can basically do all the time. You know, a lot of these things you can basically do all the time, and you can make them second nature. They will dramatically improve your life and improve your effectiveness in life. So this is way number 2. We're going to, as I said, we're doing a way a day for the next 48 days. We're in a Jewish period of in the Jewish calendar called the Omer, where it's a day very with a lot of potential for personal spiritual growth. And I have to tell you, the best way to learn something, even something you've learned before, is teaching it. So you're helping me out. I hope you find this useful. Let me know what you guys think in the comments before we get into it. As always, hit the like button. Yeah, that's even if you really dislike it. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. My subs are back up again. I think they went up to like $28.99 yesterday, then they went down to $28.89. Oh God, it's so boring to give me these numbers. Went down to, now they're back up again. I'm like 1 or 2 away from 2,900. I think if we just break the back of YouTube and get over 2,900, they'll go like, okay, fine, we'll let you keep it. Or maybe not. Let's find out. So hit like, share, subscribe. All those things are fantastic. Comment is very good. Go check out my Indiegogo. Go check out my Indiegogo. 2 freaking awesome graphic novels. And this is closing in about, 15 days on the holy day. The holy day of Yom Ha'atzmaut. That's Israeli Independence Day. We're going to be talking about why that is a holy day later on this, well, not on this video, but on the channel. Fine. Let's look at this second way of the 48 ways to wisdom. Now, 48 ways to wisdom. Quick introduction again. This comes from a thing called the Mishnah, which is a codification of Jewish law done about 2,000 years ago after they said, don't write this down. Keep this oral, just keep it an oral tradition from generation to generation. So you've got to teach it, you've got to be involved in it. And then the Romans came along and they started killing a lot of people. A lot of the rabbis that knew it, so they had to write it down, the Mishnah. Then they actually wrote down another one in more detail, the Gemara. But the Mishnah, one of these volumes of the Mishnah is called Pirkei Avot, Ethics of Our Fathers. It's basically, they asked, all the great rabbis that survived. Can you give like 1 or 2 sentences for all the posterity? And one person came. I should really review that Mishnah. So I remember who the rabbi was. One person gave a list of 48 ways to acquire greatness. As I said, we're in a 49-day period where you can do where you can look at one of these a day. And I hope you will find it beneficial. I hope you'll find it helpful. Fine. So let's talk about way number 2. Listen effectively. This is one. This is, I would say, not an important thing to improve your life. This is something absolutely vital, 100% absolutely vital for living in 2021. Because you'll see the sub-headline is, when the media hits you with a message, don't take it for granted, analyze and question. Oh man. Rav Noach, again, I knew him personally, Rav Noach Weinberg, who this whole course is, it was his, cornerstone. I would love to hear what he thinks about this today. I mean, he passed away about 15 years ago. He had this great way of laughing at insanity. And I think that's great. I think it's quite a good trait to have. I remember one. Okay, this is a bit of an aside. In the ultra Orthodox world, which Rabbi Noach is from in Israel. And I lived in that for a good 10, 15 years. That's you basically you wear you don't wear secular clothes. You wear like a white shirt, black pants, black jacket, a black hat. That basically how he looks in this picture over here. That's how everybody dressed. If you wear a blue shirt, it's like, whoa, that's a bit funky. Anyway, but the advantage of that lifestyle, which is kind of Amish, right? You do cut yourself off a lot from the modern secular world. So the advantage of that is you can achieve a real purity of connection to God. And it's really incredible. And I would say similar to priesthood, like Father Christopher Miller. He practices abstinence as part of his connection to God. And listen, all power to him, but more than I'm not good at abstinence. do I look like somebody who abstinence is something that works for? So anyway, there's a real resistance within that world. They're called the Haredi world of the children there getting a job. Normally they stay in these rabbinical ceremonies, these yeshiva, and they learn, and then they get a stipend from the government, and they don't do national service or army service. Now I'm on board with this sort of, as an idea. Because I think people studying the Bible, studying Torah, is very helpful for our nation. But that's my own wibbly wobbly worldview, But anyway, so the drawback of this is it's just not good for a mass population. Not everybody's cut out for not working and studying, full time, and so they don't. A lot of them just stop being religious altogether. Is that whole community is not doing well. I think it's not overly healthy. But anyway, I remember this has been going on for years and years and years. So one time I was in his office and somebody came in there talking about this. They started this woodwork group for the young boys there. To give them getting working with their hands, give them skills, something like that. And the rabbis of that town forbade it. Said, no, this is verboten, because heaven forbid, these boys would realize they like working more than they like studying the Bible, and then they'll stop and then they'll get a job. And it's just this insanity, with this absolute insanity, which you can see destroying their world. You really, again, I had an inside view. You can see destroying their world, and Rav Noach looks at it, he just laughs. It's he one of his great things is he was really able just to laugh at the insanity of the world. Man, that's a skill. That's a skill you want to develop today. But the skill we're talking about today is listen effectively. Listen effectively. Let's read through this together. Were you ever in an important conversation and you felt like you weren't getting your point across and you started shouting, yeah. That happens a lot with me. And you do you hear what I'm saying? Because they don't hear it. So, everybody is guilty of this. How many times do we think that we are listening to the other person and only find out, we really had something else on our mind. It's the way to listen. And again, the way is listen effectively. The way to listen is objectivity, which is very hard because you've got to remove yourself from the equation, and yourself is the way you perceive the universe. Your entire perception of the universe is all filtered through you, and so you have your own prejudices and you have your own wants and desires. But trying to get an objective step back from that and saying, who am I? What's going on? So there's a few things you can do to help you be able to listen effectively. Firstly, define your terms. Make sure you have a common framework about what you're talking about. There's this story they're going to recount over here. Again, I heard Rabbi tell the story. So, and it's a real true one. It's he met a tourist once in Israel, and he says, "Listen, I've been all around Israel. I've been the north, the south, the south, everywhere, and they call this place the Holy Land. There's nothing holy about it. I don't see anything holy about it." So Rav Noach asked him, "Yeah, okay, that's a fair point. Tell me, did you see any befuff sticks? While you were here?" And the guy's like, "What?" Just answer the question. Yeah, did you see any befuff sticks? He's like, "I don't know. What's a befuff stick?" And he said, "You see, and that's the same reason you didn't see holiness. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but you don't know what we're talking about. We got to have a mutual definition for what holiness is to know if you see it or not. So that's the first thing. Make sure that you're on the same page. You're basically on the same page with the person. When they they say is something, they're defining it the same with you. That is a way, I would say, about a good 60%, maybe 70% of disagreements, go on, right? That's just make sure you have a similar definitions, right? The second thing is we always look at ourselves positively, right? We always look at ourselves and give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. There's a thing called the I, you, he game. Like, I am good, right? I am white on the white. You're grey. Yeah, because when you look at somebody else, you can be more objectively looking at yourself. But he is black. He is evil. And I'm not saying black as your skin colour black, which I know someone's going to take a screen grab and take totally out of context. I'm saying that you have I, you, he. I look at oneself positively. Look at somebody you're neutral with objectively, and you look at somebody you dislike negatively. That's just the way it is. So you try and give people this argue the same way that you argue for yourself for other people, right? Try and give other people the same benefit of the doubt you give yourself. So, like, a good example of this over here. You can have somebody do the same thing, and if it's I, you're being brave, right? You're being a brave person. If it's you're being foolhardy. You're being foolhardy. If it's him, he's being a reckless moron who's going to destroy the bloody world, right? So yeah, I, you, he. So listen objectively is all good things. So let's have see what the bullet points are for this one. The words listen and silent have the same letters in them. Yeah, that's the real truth, right? Because the reason people don't hear each other is because they're too full of themselves. That's with me, right? The reason I don't listen to people universally, the reason I don't listen to people because I'm too full of my own self and my own prejudice and my own outlook, right? You need to try and be silent. Silence yourself to be able to hear somebody else. Make sure you have similar definitions. Don't fall into the trap of doing the I, you, he game. Have similar definitions. Nobody wants to be a befustic, it says here. Okay, so these are, I will say these are basic tools. I'm going to put the link to this this class in the video notes. Go check it out. Of course, also in the video notes, I will say maybe more exciting, my Indiegogo. Go check out my Indiegogo. I think I'm going to put a new tier up today, this very day. Who knows or dares to dream. My name is Felix Beck and the Rabbi from Another Planet. Like, share, subscribe. All those are freaking awesome things. Thank you very much and have yourselves a wonderful, fantastic day.